Okay, hey everybody, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. All right, so let me greet everybody real quick. Horton Hardu good dog, all the way to the vein. Vasas los, bonjour, Miss Me, Ketabawani Konichiwa, Ni hao ni ama, Sani Bonani, Jumbo Habarigani, Assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right, so, dang. Let me get the word out to a few more of the brethren. Okay, because I forgot about some of my brethren out there. But anyway, there was some more finishing up. And so just in case I really didn't nail this home as to and how critical this thing is. And for the brothers, if you don't get it, that you need to I'm just keeping it real, that you need to basically pack up your mind, pack up what you can carry with you, learn to make money in another way. Because brethren, I am telling you right now that if you're in a place where you can't move around, then you only got one other option left. And that option is to practice your skills. All right. And I was thinking about this based on what Yahya had. I've been thinking about a lot lately. I'm just coming back from an appointment. And one of the things is that I'm meeting a lot of old school brothers that I am talking with. All right. That surprisingly, well, it's not surprisingly. So a lot of the old school brothers that ain't putting up with the BS. So you got brothers, old school brothers that ain't putting up with the BS. And then you got the ones that's selling out. Now, one of the things that surprised me, really, really surprised me. And oh, Lord. People, let me tell you this. Let me straight up tell you this. All right. I'm going to straight up tell you this. Because if you don't understand this, then I don't know what you understand. This is something that we all are going to have to go through. And I will be the first person to admit to you, I would be the first person to admit to you that I'm feeling some kind of way as to how a lot of the stuff have been going down. All right. I am feeling as depressed as a lot of other people. All right. I am depressed about what I see, like a lot of people. And this is why I see what I see, and it bothers me that this got to where it is. My depression comes from me thinking that, well, surely we were better than this. But if I was paying attention, which I was, I should understand that no, we were never better than this. And the proof that we in the United States were never better than this is that if we were better than what you are seeing right now, if we were better than what you are seeing right now, then things with us would be a whole lot different. All right. Things between us, things with us would be a whole lot different. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm gonna let this woman know that I'm live right now. And so I'm not going to be talking to her today. I am live right now, so I am not going to be talking much or answering much until I get done. Now, I wonder if anybody, hey, I'll call you back, man. I'm just getting in. And as you know, I almost started late to Texas Marine. But anyway, allow me to explain certain things, right? That we are in a very precarious situation as Afro men if you cannot make it out of here. All right, now that's not going to be too bad if you are prepared to stay here. You see? One moment. That's the catch-22. The catch-22 is, can you make it out? But it's not really a catch-22 because you have resolution. If you can't make it out of here, can you survive this place with what is about to go on? And ladies and gentlemen, there is about to be some stuff going on. All right. Now, with everything going on, everything happening, certain things should be automatic right now. And what should be automatic is you should now understand your adversary. And that's the purpose of this video today, to nail home who our adversary truly is, as Jesse Jackson would say, ill, because he can't say is. All right, so that's basically it. All right. You got to understand a couple of things. Based on action, you heard? Based on action, who can you trust? Hold on. Need to find my vitamin D. Based on action, who can you trust? Bam, got it. Based on action, who can you trust? And when I say who can you trust, all right, when I say who can you trust, I mean, you got to judge people by their word and whether they keep the commandments. We're not talking about them festivals or holidays. Hold on. And I'm going to break that down. And I'm going to address some things in the book of Enoch. Okay. Ooh, I forgot to tell somebody else what's up. Hermosa. Hermosa. Okay. So here we are. So before we get in really down into this, let me greet everybody. If you want the Willie Lynch letter, the Book of Enoch, the Apocrypha in PDF form, or any of the other forms that you've heard me talk about, all right, hit me up in, oh, and for those of you that have jobs, also in PDF form, I have this here. I'm going to transfer it to my, I'm going to try to transfer it to my, let me look at my files. All right, this here. Spiritual exemption. All right. Now, for the record, y'all know that I had a church, right? I have a license, which means that if you really need me to, I could write a letter to all of those people who are subscribed and who listen to my channel. All right. And basically, I would test you the same way they would, right? Because they're going to have a litmus test to find out if you believe what I'm really signing, which I know y'all do, but y'all need to be able to speak and defend your faith. But it says that we are to do that. All right, so what's up, Zimalu, Backwoods Rider, God of War? What's up, David Bowman, Simplified Texas Marine? What's up, Dwayne Boys? Hey, Daniel, what's going down? All right. All right, so since this is up here, thanks, Texas Marine. Oh, yes. But we'll get into that. We'll get into a lot of this. All right, now let me show you something. And we're going to begin this one right here with the Book of Hannah. All right, with the Book of Hannah. And let me do this real quick. All right, I'm going to send this to Dwight and then copy it from him. I already sent a copy of it to Frankie. All right. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can email it to myself. All right, hold on for a second. If I can email this form to myself, then I can make it available. Okay. All right. So I can download this onto my laptop also, right? So anybody that needs a copy of that letter, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna open it up and let you know what it is. All right. But I'll open it up later. All right, but first I want to do this. All right, so this is the book of Hannah. All right. And let's start getting back to understanding etymologies so that we can use the real name so that we can get back to who we are supposed to be. Because we don't know who we're supposed to be, because we're identifying ourselves based on somebody who took our original names away from us based on the name they're giving. And that should not be the yardstick by which we should be measuring things. All right, so Hannah, the blessed and righteous man of Yahiah. Okay, so when we used to call out Haya, all right, that's how we identify the one who created all. And then they taught us Yehovah and all the rest of that stuff. That came from us, from our religious things, where we were regurgitating what the Caucasian man taught us. But that isn't how we pronounced things. And when you go to Africa and places, and the older the population you go to, as far as the rich storytelling and how we pass down stuff, the older you get, the more you understand how this stuff, the way we're saying it, is wrong. Now, I will also say this. Brothers, let your word be your word. This is why. As we start to do this stuff, a lot of these things I remember and I have in my mind from memory, because I can talk about it, because that's pretty much what I follow. You ain't never heard me tell y'all I was celibate or any kind of crazy stuff like that. Why? Because I know we're supposed to have children. We're supposed to be spreading our seeds. And by golly gee, wow, I'm going to spread my seed. All right. I'm just choosing carefully with whom I spread seeds to, so that there would not be a negative impact on me that would hinder the work I'm trying to do. All right. So it goes like this. And Enoch, the blessed and righteous man of Yahiah, took up his parable while his eyes were open and said, this is Kadesh vision from the heavens. The Malachim showed me. I heard them, everything I understood. I look not for this generation, but for the distant one that is coming. I speak about the elect ones and concerning them. When y'all kept asking me, what about this generation? Can we save it? I said, hell to the no. The BW completely destroyed this generation. And I was asked this I was in a store, and I hope this brother, man, let me see. What was his brother's name? Because I was telling him everything. This is why your word has to be bond. We got to get to meaning what we say and say what we mean, because we are going to have to defend this faith, not with what is written, but what is spoken. You heard? Not with what is written, but what is spoken. Y'all understand? Our word has to be it. Our word has to be it. And the reason why our word have to be it is this. They're destroying what stuff really means. This is why y'all need to, when I kept saying go back and read the commandments and stuff, I tell y'all this because the one thing that's going to be vitally important is you being able to dictate to your family what the commandments are, and they understand that, oh yeah, because he know what the hell he talking about. Y'all see what I'm saying? All right, and this is why. And let me take this blue off. I did this so that I can understand where it was. And I took up with a parable saying, Yahweh of the universe, the Kadesh, great one. Kadesh is like the holy, really, really holy, will come forth, or separated holy, however you want to take it, will come forth from his dwelling. And from there, he will march upon Mount Sinai and appear in his camp, emerging from the heavens with a mighty power. And everyone shall be afraid, and watchers shall quiver. And watchers will quiver because they have something to do with this. So remember, I taught y'all and told y'all that the watchers were the tree in the midst of the garden that the woman was not supposed to touch, and she touched. In particular, Azazel. Let's say Azazel. All right. And great fear and trembling so seized them to the ends of the earth. Now, let me remind y'all of something. As I learn new languages that are older than English, I start to understand that the way we pronounce stuff in English takes away from the regular pronouncing that of how things should have sounded and how things sounded before the English corrupted language. All right. And that's why I'm saying not Azazel, because Azazel is the English, but it should be more like Azael, because that's how we would have said it a while back. Because the A has an ah sound, always did have an ah sound. We only gave a long A and a short A. Okay, and great fear and trembling shall seize them to the ends of the earth. Mountains and high places will fall down and be frowned I'm frightened. All right, y'all know it's not talking about mountains, but it's talking about all those quote unquote so-called leaders. And high hills shall be made low, and they shall melt like a honeycomb before the flame. And the earth shall be rent asunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish. And there shall be a judgment upon all, including the righteous. There shall be a judgment upon all, including the righteous. And to all the righteous, he will grant shalom. Shalom means a great sense of peace. It means even more than the word peace would mean in English. All right. And he will grant shalom. He will preserve the elect, and loving kindness shall be upon them. And they shall belong to Yahweh, and they shall prosper and be blessed. And the light of Yahweh shall shine unto them. Behold, he will arrive with 10 million of the Kadesh ones in order to execute judgment upon all. He will destroy the wicked ones and censure all flesh on account of everything that they have done, that which the sinners and wicked ones committed against him. So a couple of things I want to explain. Brothers, we need to get ourselves right, and we need to get our word right. We need to be, if we say so, this is why this is important. All this stuff shall pass away. What's left is words. Okay? What's left is words. All right? That's what we have left. Words. All right. I understood one of the things, I understood the name like a while back and never really paid attention. Because the elders used to be like, Hiya, 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 when they was referring to the Most High. Okay. So when they were referring to the Most High, all right, they would be like, Hiya, Hiya. But we ignored that. Right? We ignored that, and we took the white people's version of our words. And so we start saying Yahweh instead of Yahaya. Yahaya. We always said Yah, and people knew what we meant. Exactly, Zimalu. But when we talk about Yah, Yahaya, we're talking about the creator of of everything, right? And so it said he was coming down. It didn't say Jebus. It didn't say Jehovah Mashiach. No, it didn't say all of that. And all of that is not relevant to us. All right? Because what's relevant to us is the commandments. And understand this. Understand this. He said the righteous and the unrighteous will be judged. But he said a different thing was going to happen with the unrighteous as what was going to happen to the righteous. But in order to determine who he is going to punish and who he is going to reward, everyone is going to be judged. Hey, what's up, Chris? All right, understand that. Everyone is going to be judged. Everything that we understand, and this is why I say get an understanding. This is why I say, brothers, you need to learn some African languages and you need to learn the Roman languages. What I mean by Roman language, I'm talking about in particular Portuguese, Spanish. I'm going to tell you Portuguese to the end. And because Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, is heavily influenced by 2 African countries. And Angola is one of them. All right. And the camps cannot acknowledge anything except for what the white man wrote and translated. Let me say that. The camps will not acknowledge anything but what the white man wrote and translated. Remember, on the slide, half of their leaders work for the man. And when they're yelling out on these streets, they know exactly what to do. Is because they're doing it within the man's laws, not the Most High's laws. All right? Because the Most High never told us to convert anybody to anything. We're supposed to recognize who our brothers are, but we're not supposed to make them live anything any way that we do. We're supposed to know them by what they choose to do by themselves and on their own. You see what I'm saying? All right. I don't here's the thing. I don't make y'all come here. I ask for donations. Y'all know I do. All right. But you ain't never heard me condemn people for not donating. Y'all need to donate to me. How y'all going to be up here and I'm doing all this stuff and y'all ain't done? I don't ask for y'all for that. As a matter of fact, I want y'all to take care of your home and family first before you give me a dime. And why? Because that's not the purpose of these videos. It's not even the purpose. I ask for your help because y'all's help make what I do when I do go out in the communities easier. And I want things to be easier. That's why I ask for your help. And I ask it because if I didn't ask, I wasn't going to get it. But I don't try to make you. I don't try to sadden you into it. I don't try to give you a pity story. I let you know I could do a little bit on my own, and it'll be enough to show. And if people help me, so in the same token, it is not our job to try to make somebody righteous. People are given a choice by the Most High. What we do is see who's trying to be righteous, and then that's who we connect with. I was talking to Fern. Y'all know the lady that I tried to get in yesterday. And I was telling her that I used to have a big group, right? I had videos at one time that was getting a million views, right? I was making money from YouTube. That's what started me giving all this money back to the community. And I'm gonna tell you what happened when these BWs came and destroyed the channel for the express purpose of destroying the income. So, and they knew I was helping people, so they didn't want me helping people, right? But when they did that, it did not hurt me. It hurt the communities because I stopped doing stuff, right? But as you see here, the Most High said, "Oh, enough of that BS. I'm going to judge everybody. Those who are righteous are going to be judged as righteous, but they will be judged." See, a lot of people do stuff to try to get away from judgment. Oh, I don't want to be judged by the Most High. I do. Because when we're all being judged, that means it's over. And the unrighteous, and so in this last part, when it says, "And the sinners and wicked ones have committed against him," all right, what they did is they caused harm and destruction to us. The fact that the wicked ones caused people to forget the Most High's name. The fact that the wicked ones caused people, but a particular group of people, that would be us Hebrews, all the ones that try to get us to go contrary to what our spirit is telling us to do in order to follow their religions. All right. In order to follow religion, I feel you, man. But in order to follow religion, anything that has a group, camp, church, synagogue, whatever, that's a religion. That's not a people. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they are following the commandments. Okay, here's my email if you want a copy of that letter. All right. And I'm going to put it up in a minute before I get. This would be a good time. Hold on for a second. Let me go grab that letter. All right, hold on for a second. And so basically, what happens is the camps are putting people in religion, and they made a lot of money. They travel and stuff like that, but they got people following a religion, so much so that you can't talk to them. They ran up against one of these Moors, and these Moors put it on them. All right. I ran up against one of them when I was in college, and they didn't know how to handle me because they didn't know I knew more about their book than they did. See, they was reading the King James. Oh, and it's 1611. I said, it's still the King James. It's the white people's translation of an African document. All right. Hold on. Okay, so right now, let me save this. Oh, let me download. Okay. So let me do this real quick since it's up here. Okay, y'all see it. Okay, good. If you need a copy of this, if you need a copy of this, here we go. Unlawful attempt to suppress religious exemption and a combination from state mandatory. All right. This is a national. So this is what you can give to your employer. It's 15 pages long. And if you email me for free, because you know that's how I do everything. If you email me, I could just give it to you. Because the thing that I cannot stand is these people that say, oh, we got something that'll help you, but you gotta pay us. Hey, what's up, bro? MGTOW checkmate. And I think that's foul as hell. That ain't helping you. Hey, what's up, SC Made? All right. All right. So this is basically it. And I could take a page and sign for some of the people too. So when y'all look at my tax ID, and I don't have to do it now because one, I use this as a way to teach the message. All right. And this means I could teach anywhere. The other thing, I could still go into the favelas and function the way I do and help people out. Okay. So, oh yeah, they ain't going over there with that. And it's not because the Middle East would try to handle them, but in Africa, they would know more. All right. So hold on for a hot sec. Let me just do something real quick. So I'm gonna put that like that, give y'all a chance to read it real quick. Oh, let me put it on full screen and get that off of there. Oh, let me get a good part. All right. All right, I'm trying to find some other documents, and one is why we, especially since they got the aborted, um, the DNA of the aborted white male fetus, we can't put that in us because that'd be the same as, well, the vampire stuff. Hold on for a second. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm back. All right, so let me get this out of here real quick. Stop that. So that's me. All right. So I never really gave up who it is that I am and what it is that I do. And part of the reason is I just really didn't understand when it would come in handy. All right. I didn't know when it would be I didn't know, hold on. The camps are 501c3. The government don't shut them down is because they still put forth the government stuff. All right, they still teach the same thing, only they put a black color on it. When the Most High, all right, here's the thing, and I'm going to keep bringing it up. The Most High says we're not supposed to have a king. We're supposed to have elders, but not somebody that creates an organization then call themselves elders. Hey, what's up, Dave? You see what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Greg? See, a lot of people call themselves elders and give themselves these titles, and then they get a big following, but it's a place of, it's a thing of control. All right, because it's all about control. All right, and so that's the deal. They want to control people. Hey, what's up, Hunter Rhett? Hey, what's up, Afro True? They want to control people. And even when the BWs go with them in their camps, they are still uncontrollable. All right. So let's get to the other problem at hand. So we got other issues, right? Now let's look at our adversaries. Because the adversaries we have are great. All right, but I want to show you this real quick. And I want you to listen to this guy.
I asked her one day, she get ready to cook dinner. I said, I like my macaroni with Velveeta. I ain't fixing no second pot of macaroni. I ain't doing all that. I cook my macaroni this way, and this way I'm cooking, this way you gonna eat it. I said, so you telling me that you couldn't fix me a little pot of macaroni with Velveeta in like this? I appreciate you cooking dinner, but you couldn't. No, I'm not doing that. When I cook for the house, everybody cook that. That was the last day of the relationship. What she didn't understand was she just told me that she's unwilling to compromise. I didn't say you don't fix it the way you fix it. I asked for, hey, well, can you fix me a little, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because, you want me to pay everything in this mother. You want me to be dependable and reliable. You want me to get up when I'm tired and still go clock in and do all this other stuff and be there for you and do all these other things like that and sit through these damn movies I don't want to sit through. You ain't got.
Okie dokie. Hold on for a second, y'all. All right, sorry about that. You won't believe that, but Google stopped working.
I asked her one day, she get ready to cook dinner. I said, I like my macaroni with Velveeta. I ain't fixing no separate pot of macaroni. I ain't doing all that. I cook my macaroni this way, and this the way I'm cooking. This way you gonna eat it. I said.
Now, one of the things I kept telling you, I said, did you ever notice how the BW always referred to us like we're still slaves or their children? Exactly, Zimlu. All right, but if you look at this, right? This is a man that's paying the bills, all the bills. He got a BW, and the BW is quick to tell, and this is like this here with me. That's why I stopped having relationships with them. They are always quick to tell us what they aren't going to do for us, while in the same breath expecting us to never compromise, but do everything that they want. Because, we're supposed to worship the ground they walk on. Why? Not because they're treating us well, because they got a coochie. That's it. That's the only reason that we are supposed to worship them, is what they got between their legs. Like we don't got something that give them pleasure. All right. And this is the monster that the Caucasian of this country, the leadership of this country created through these years. They're not worth wifing. All right. Understand, this is sad.
So you telling me that you couldn't fix me a little pile of macaroni with Velveeta in? Like this, I appreciate you cooking dinner, but you couldn't. No, I'm not doing that. When I cook for the house, everybody cook that. That was the last day of the relationship. What she didn't understand was she just told me that she's unwilling to compromise. I didn't say you don't fix it the way you fix it. I asked for, hey, well, can you fix me a little, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because, you want me to pay everything in this mother. You want me to be dependable and reliable. You want me to get up when I'm tired and still go clock in and do all this other stuff and be there for you and do all these other things like that and sit through these damn movies I don't want to sit through. You ain't got no problem asking a man to compromise. But when I ask you to cook the damn macaroni the way I like it, you gonna tell me, no, you ain't doing it. So why go any further in this relationship and you already telling me you're not gonna compromise, but I'm supposed to compromise? It's our money when it's my money, but when it's your money, it's your money. No.
Lord. And that's how you do it, y'all. That's why it's over. That is the spirit of the BW right there. That is the spirit of the BW. And not just with him. I had the same thing. Even when they think they're doing something for you, they think they'll do not what you want, not what you like. They will do what they would like for you to have. Because they think that they are the same as you. Hold on, Zimalu. How do you think the hell we hit these shores? From their betrayal. It was them that brought them men into the interior. That would then end up to be this slave trade. All right. I mean, basically, this is the legacy that they have. Wait a minute. That's not all. Then on top of that, hold on. Treat your good man right. You got this.
Black women are the only race of women, as a whole, who consistently battle their men for educational, financial, and career supremacy. Yet, they wonder why black men are walking away from even the thought of a relationship?
And there it is. Because we ain't going to fight a racist society run. And here's the thing. And this is something I disagreed with that came out of the Nation of Islam. All right. When they would say the white man is the devil, I don't believe that. What I do believe is the devil is probably a white man. But I don't believe that white men in general are the devil. Let me explain what I mean. When you look at what is going on and how devious the plans are, all right, and how the plans are integrated in modern society through all the political channels, through the medical channels. Look at this mess with this mess that we have where people are silenced. And who's running all of the corporations and companies that are doing the silencing? And then who's at the top of that? It's not any other group of people but a Caucasian man. And to be this devious, to put something on the market that, conservatively speaking, within 6 months killed 40,000 people and destroyed permanently, in many cases, over 1 million people, and still keep it out, no other man in the world would get away with that and be trusted to get away with that than a particular white man. So while I do not believe that white men are the devil, if there's a devil, that's who he's going to be. Because that's who controls the West. That's who controls all these levers. We got a doctor that has never seen a patient in a practice, in charge of people, with a known eugenicist that went on record, on video, saying that he needed to destroy a particular amount of people in the population, and they're going to use the Jews to do it. All right. This is what we have. All right. It's the same way that I don't believe all BAWs are bad. We got some sisters. Right? We have some sisters. It was good, Frankie. Did you get that? You got the package that I sent you that you need, right? And I could sign something for you, so let me know. All right. And so basically, we're looking at the levers now. Now, let me say this. The people get what they deserve. All of us is being judged right now. Let me say this. I've never seen white people have fear before, but I'm in a couple of groups on my TikTok, and I see real fear because, and I'm gonna tell you, when they fear, do you know something is really, really foul and messed up about whatever is going on? Right? And so basically, here, Jimaloo. Hold on. And this is the thing. So those aren't sisters. All right. And this is what I'm saying. All right. So, brothers, this is what I'm saying. Brothers, we got our word. I'm talking to all of y'all under the sound of my voice. We have our word. That's it. We need to put our word into practice starting this day, starting before this day. Let your word mean your word so that when you don't say anything that you cannot back up. All right, you can say things that you think you can back up, and if it's an error, you can correct the error because we're always learning. But don't say anything that you haven't researched. When you give your word, keep it. This is why the Caucasians created a society that even they didn't have before these people wanted to take things over, whereby we had a bartering system and it was based on honesty. And we don't have that anymore. We don't have an honest society anymore. That's why you can't barter. We can't barter because we don't have an honest society anymore. Hold on, let me see this. All right. We can't barter because if you can't trust the person that you're bartering with, then you can't barter. So then you have to use the cash society. Well, who runs the cash society? Because we become a dishonest people, we are now dependent upon a more dishonest person than us and their means of wealth and bartering. All right. So we got to get away from that. And we got to get away from the BW and their choices. All right. Because their choices are not good. Remember, our job is to train up the child in the way that child should go so that when that child is older, they will not depart from it. All right, that's our job.
See, I love when trolls come around with, again, the same thing. So she was on some, oh, my husband, he was
Hold
around,
on, wait.
taught me that white men are more safer than black men. Really?
Okay. Now, let's go into the Afro men bashing thing, right? And we're going to show you why they do stuff that they do. All right, we're going to show you why they do this stuff that they do. I'm telling you, we've been under attack, we've been under attack for a while. OST.
See, I love when trolls come around with, again, the statements they make. So she was on some.
Now, understand this. Understand the betrayal mechanism. All right. Understand the betrayal mechanism. All right. Understand that they think we're too dumb, that we're not going to go research this. And understand that they think they're going to have a pass. All right. So basically, they are in violation of the commandment that thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And the reason why I said we need to leave them alone, because judgment is coming from them for them. Judgment is coming from for them and all of those who support them. Let me say this again. Judgment is coming for them and those who support them in their wickedness towards the righteous Afro men. Which means the unrighteous Afro men are going to be judged with them. What are some of the lies? Remember when they said we weren't good fathers, turned out we were the best fathers out of the white men and the Hispanic men? Now, generally, most men, regardless of race, are good fathers. The problem is a lot of the women, but especially in the Afro community, they don't like good men. All right. Now, pay attention again.
Oh, my white husband, when he was around, taught me that white men are more safer than black men.
And why isn't her white husband around? Let me go back to this. Why isn't he around? She said when he was around. So apparently he's not around again. He left her behind.
See, I love when trolls come around with, again, the statements they make. So she was on some, oh, my white husband, when he was around, taught me that white men are more safer than black men. Really? Let's take a look at something. Rape. 11,588 cases white, 4,427 cases black. Meaning there's a difference of 69.8% of white men raped versus 26.7% black men. Let's keep going. Sex offenses, except rape and prostitution. 21,360 cases white, 5,903 cases black. So in other words, 74.6 of the sex crimes were white. Again, 20.6 black. Offenses against family and children. This is where we're looking at domestic violence. 38,196 white, 16,454 black, meaning 65.8% were white men that committed domestic abuse, crimes against children versus 28.3. Now, when you keep going on about this white being so much better than black, I don't see it. Maybe you can help me out. Maybe you can make it make sense for me, because I'm not seeing it. When they're doing triple the numbers of crimes to women and children versus black men, but you want to go around talking about how black men are more dangerous than white men, make it make sense for me. I'll be here all day. I took off today, so I got time. I got time for all this.
All right, and so let's do the numbers again. I wish this is Biz.
See, I love when trolls come around with, again, the statements they make. So she was on some, oh, my white husband, when he was around, taught me that white men are more safer than black men. Really? Let's take a look at something. Rape. 11,588 cases white, 4,427 cases black. Meaning there's a difference of 69.8% of white men raped versus 26.7% black men. Let's keep going. Sex offenses, except rape and prostitution, 21,360 cases white, 5,903 cases black. So in other words, 74.6 of the sex crimes were white. Again, 20.6 black. Offenses against family and children. This is where we're looking at domestic violence. 38,196 white. 16,454 black, meaning 65.8% were white men that committed domestic abuse. Crimes against children versus 28.3. Now,
so he can't make, nobody can make that make sense. But the one that keeps lying on us are the BAW. And while they lie on us, they consider a man that actually love and care about children as weak. Hey, what's up, Dwight? They consider a man that love and care about children weak. While they go out and look for the most thug thizzle for shizzle my nizzle dude, right? And that's who they want to have babies by. And so what happens is they go have a baby by a dude like this.
Allegedly, a 17-year-old boy got into an argument with his mother and ended up calling her a bitch. The mother states that she and her son had a disagreement about something when he decided.
Now, where would he learn that kind of disrespect? For shizzle my nizzle dimmaloo. Thug fizzle for shizzle my nizzle. All right. This is the thug fizzle right here. All right. So this dude called his mom out her name because he don't respect her. Like he don't need to respect her or something like that because she wasn't that much of a good mom. Who hurt you? Well, she did. And one of the ways she was probably hurting him, well, let's continue on with this story.
Decided to use vulgar words with her. After being called the B word, the mother called her husband, who immediately.
Now, the same BWs that don't want you to call her out her name have been calling you out your name her entire, well, not her entire, your entire life. She's been calling you out your name and then get mad when you return the favor. But I'm your mama. You'd be like, nope, but I'm a grown man. But see, that's why they like these thugs. Pay attention to what happened to this dude.
Came home to her aid. Without asking any questions, the father was reported to have grabbed a baseball bat and attacked the young man. He was also reported to have used his bare fist to discipline his son. He has also went as far as knocking 25 teeth out of his son's mouth. The question that reporters are asking now is if the father went too far.
Hold on, let me repeat that again. Listen to this. They asked, did the father go too far? Let's go.
Allegedly, a 17-year-old boy got into an argument with his mother and ended up calling her a bitch. The mother states that she and her son had a disagreement about something when he decided to use vulgar words with her. After being called the B word, the mother called her husband, who immediately came home to her aid. Without asking any questions, the father was reported to have grabbed a baseball bat and attacked the young man. He was also reported to have used his bare fist to discipline his son. He has also went as far as knocking 25 teeth out of his son's mouth. The question that reporters are asking now is if the father went too far.
How is that even a question? And this is the problem. A lot of these dudes come here out of worship for these women, jack up their progeny if that is his child. And it probably isn't. And he probably believes it isn't because while he at work, mama been, spreading her feet for other dudes, right? So he comes up, beat his son or beat the child, because to beat somebody like that and knock 25 teeth out of their mouth, you got to believe that that really isn't your son. And the mama don't care because, all right. And the son is having issues and don't respect either one of them. And now we see why that child does not respect either one of them in that family. These BWs are not worthy of respect. They're not worthy of respect. And these are the people, these are the women that everybody keep begging us to be with. Oh, no, they really love you. No, they don't. And they wouldn't love our progeny either. They want worship. They want somebody that's going to worship them because they got a coochie. And that's it. They want worship, and that's it. All right. The Most High told us, says that we are to be careful. Hey, what's up, B the Great B? With getting with women like that. They are no good for us. They are no good to have a children with. All right. Oh, let me finish reading it. Yeah. But here's the thing. The fact that child would go there and refer to his mom as a B means she was crap. That was an effed up mom. Look, my mom was effed up. All of us ended up in an orphanage at some point. But she wasn't so effed up that we would refer to her as a B. I'm just saying. I am just saying. There was enough manners teaching around by everybody when I was growing up that even given the situation under which I grew up, this right here, all right, that man needs to go to jail. That woman needs to go to jail with him. Hello, and the boy knows it and the daddy knows it. All right, that the woman reported that's his father, but that was probably his stepfather. A child's father would never beat a child like that with a baseball bat. The think in their mind, I'm gonna take a baseball bat to that boy, because he's going to have to respect my piece of tang. That's what that was about. You disrespected my poontang. That's what that was about. And the poontang wasn't worthy of respect. This is why we are to jet out. Here's the other thing. Don't get it twisted to think that these conservative women are on our side either. Every last one of them did not get with a conservative man, which is why a lot of conservative men go to Caucasian women. Because the BWs that become conservative only become there after she gets into the WM club. When she started being pursued by the Caucasian because she thinned herself up, put on the cake up, and went out and got the weave to look just right, all right, only then does she become conservative. Candace Owens is only a conservative because she got with a rich white guy. She's not conservative. She don't represent us, Afro people, at all in any way. She represent what her husband wants. Yeah, and it was always toxic for the son, just like the rest of us. All right. This is why when that study came out, that if you take two Afro children and put them with a white mother, they grow up to be more stable, doing better in school, learning wise. It's easier to learn when you don't got to worry about, is dad going to bash my mouth in with a baseball bat? It's kind of really easy to learn when that's not your worry. Yeah. Yeah, Kimberly Clyack. That's what I had in mind. Everybody was giving her kudos. I was like, what for? She's just a puppet doing the will and bidding of her so-called conservative husband. All right. I never did like Candace Owens. All right. These women never pick conservative Afro men. They only become, and all of these women, Candace Owens, Clyack, all of them, they were Democrat before they were. So they help F up the community. Right? They help F up. They help spread the feminism stuff and then decide to be feminine women for the Caucasian man. No. And then you want to forget slavery and you want to say that the Caucasian man deserved reparations because his slaves were taken from him. Larry Elder said that. He's not a conservative either. Those are Republicans. They are still the same sellouts that we got on the Democrat side. That's why I said don't trust any of them seeking political thing, because they're fighting on behalf of man's system. They're not fighting to get us back to following Yahweh's system, the commandments. They're trying to get ahead politically. All right. This is why we do not put our strength in a woman. All that man's strength was putting that baseball bat in a woman to where she called him to come home and beat the crap out of some. And these women will be quick. Oh, you came from us. No, we didn't come from you. We came out of you, but we came from our fathers. But they the ones that think that they birthed people into the world. No, you didn't create them, though. That's why it's so easy for them to destroy, because they don't create. And some women, a few understand it, but most don't want to understand it. They understand it. They don't want to understand it because they think people not knowing that you actually come from a man gives them power. And they're not worried about power in the Afro community because they got that power. They're not worried about getting power in the Caucasian community because they know that's out of reach. So long as they could get these thirsty dudes to worship them, they're good. Beat a great beat. Oh, man. Right. Here's the thing. She is part of the same thing. Only she found her a Caucasian man. If any of the so-called pro-black women were able to get with a Caucasian man, they would be exactly as Candace Owens is. All right. She represents Caucasian conservatism. Period. But I will say this. I will say this. I will say this. The most respect that I get on TikTok for telling the truth, Caucasian people. And you brothers here, that's on TikTok. I asked the question, and I think Cyborg is Yadiah. All right. So I'm going to say this. The other people that support me on TikTok is the brothers here on my YouTube channel. All right. The brothers on my YouTube channel. That's who's liking all my videos. Brothers and Caucasians. Now, I'm going to say this. And this is the funny thing.
Now they got the iPhone 10 where you got to.
This is the funny thing.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? They've got control over every institution. Every institution. The media, Hollywood, the schooling system. Now they control the House, the Senate, the presidency. They control it all. So what are we supposed to do? They control big tech. They silence us. They censor us. If we try to get together, if we try to meet up, boom, banned. I've had 4 accounts banned.
All right, this dude, this is the guy.
Because I spoke the truth. How are we supposed to get?
This is the guy that said, we need you to lead us. All right.
Well, the fucking arbiters of truth took down my video about the dark.
Oh, let me get back to it.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? They've got control over every institution. Every institution. The media, Hollywood, the schooling.
All right. So on my thing, I got like so many comments, but here's the irony. Here is the irony. Caucasians see that they know I'm an Afro man. He said, and this guy who's really concerned said, we need you to lead us. He said, we need you to lead us, right? Because I know what I'm talking about, right? And I got over 500 people from Caucasian people primarily. I got all right. I put comments down, and I have so many people agreeing, and I was like, this is just crazy. I said, this is crazy. But what shocked me is people like, yeah, we need you to lead. Because, and I told them, I can't lead y'all. I could, but lead them to what? Things that are happening is supposed to happen because all of us have become wicked. Meaning all races in this country have become wicked. And you really never look at it until you stay in hotels. And this is, what's up, Chris Black? And this is why I say when you stay in hotels. Y'all seen the breakfast I get when I go to Colombia and Brazil. And I pay less for those rooms than I pay here in the United States. But in the United States, they don't offer breakfast even though they advertise they do. And they say, well, COVID. But those places supposedly have it worse than the United States, but they work around it because they never forget that they're human beings and people worthy of service. But what happens is in the United States, they see they see it as a way to squeeze more money out of people. You see what I mean? All right. You're right. These are the same women and feminists that the Afro man cleaned up the same community they were kicked out of and ostracized from. All right. And look at how bad they are fighting the abortion. They are so upset. Texas was crafty how they did the abortion thing. But they are so upset they cannot murder a life. And let's call it murder. Because again, if a drunk driver hit a woman on the way to the abortion clinic and take the life of that child while it's in her belly, he goes to jail for murder. The only thing they have to figure out is, was it manslaughter, second, or first? All right. Now, what's happening is the BWs have infiltrated a lot of these groups on Facebook. So people start saying, and not only infiltrated, they will come in like wolves in sheep's clothing and then destroy from within. And dudes is like, we don't even want you in these groups. Get out. And anybody that support them in those groups, they're kicking them out of the groups. In other words, a lot of the brothers want to have the discussion on how to improve things, but they not only do they not want the BW in the group, they don't want any of their minions in there. There it is. If you're not careful, the newspaper will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressor. And this is exactly the flip you have here in the so-called Afro community. No one in this country has been more oppressed than the Afro man. They have given the BWs every benefit that they have in order to keep us destroyed as a community. And it worked. They got it in their heads that it is because of merit that they get these positions. And it isn't because of merit. Everyone knows that outside of the United States. And outside of the United States, they are going in on Biden. Okay? Period. All right? So basically, when we are searching for the truth, it says seeking you will find. It didn't say the truth was going to be easy to find. If you want to be lied to, all you got to do is sit there and do nothing. The media will lie in your face, and they're doing it now. Even if the media knows the lie is going to put you to death. Oh yeah, the manosphere is a joke. These are the same people that help the BWs take down people's channel, like mine. I don't mess with them clowns either. And here's the thing. This is the thing that really F's them people up. And I understand their fear of me. All right. One, I like my channel. I like the fact that my channel is small and intimate, so I can talk to y'all. Right? Most of y'all, many of you, I will talk to off this channel. I do these lives here because I can post stuff up in here. I can post scripture up in here. I can post information that I have for you up in here. I look at this as a little quaint church setting where I can help us get ahead or get important documentation that we might need. Right? The manosphere is nothing but a joke to me. All right, they can make millions. I don't care. Woo! Lord have mercy. All right. And Mexico legalized it only because the United States is forcing all of this stuff. The wicked people that's running the United States, the wicked people that's running the United States, they're pushing this poison everywhere. And they wonder why we're going to Colombia and stuff. All right. And we're telling them that I ain't your baby daddy. Who knocked you? Who was knocking them boots out last night? That's who you need to run to for money. That's who you need to run to for help. Like the woman, let me put her back up again. So that this can be the lesson. Where is she at? I'm going to put her back up again. See if this is it. See if I can find it. All right, this is the one. All right. Okay, there it is. All right, I want y'all to pay attention to this. The hypocrisy, the just unmitigated gall, the entitlement.
Children do you have?
3.
The entitlement that comes from them. All right. And it goes into what everyone is saying. You can go to Brazil, you can go to Colombia. They're saying, the brothers are saying Colombia because the air flight is cheaper to go to Colombia. Colombia is going to be cheaper. Brazil is cheap, but you're going to pay a little more for that flight. It's a longer distance. All right. You get more brotherly love in Brazil. All right. So here we go. Listen to this.
How many children do you have?
3. And 3 baby daddies, and they all gang bang.
3 children, 3 baby daddies, and they all gang bang. And she want a good dude to come in.
So what do you want as an outcome?
I want somebody that's loyal. It's really hard to find loyalty nowadays.
And it's hard to find loyalty because you don't look for men. And what makes women think they deserve a loyalty? And basically, she wants a slave. We're supposed to have more than one woman. But she wants a man that enslaves himself to her, that gives her all his strength, while she runs around and keep going, dipping in and out with baby daddy 2, 3, and 4.
You really can't find it at the next corner or none of that. Like these men
Loyal,
now.
hold on. Loyal to what end? Like a husband? What are you talking about?
I want a husband. I want to get married.
What do you do for a living?
I get EDD.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I mean,
I don't know what that is.
unemployment.
An unemployed mother of 3 with 3 baby daddies, and you talking about you can't find a man?
Yes. It's I'm pretty sure God, I want somebody that's going to help me. Like, you don't think that I could get that?
It's called Jesus.
You don't think?
That's my favorite part. It's called Jesus, because that's the only person that can help her. And he can't even help her because that's fictitious. See, that's another mind thing. See, they've been doing that since Roman time. Y'all know that there were 2 messiahs at the time that was running around that was giving the Romans fits because they were beating the Romans in battles. In other words, the messiahs were military generals that was whooping that behind. And so the Romans had to change the mentality of the Israelites to make it think like this new Messiah is going to be this all peaceful person that's not going to be about fighting, that's going to let the Romans obey your masters that rule over you, that kind of and that the Most High is going to he's going to be with you when you die. The Most High was takes care of things while we're living. He's not the so-called Most High of the dead. Okay. Oh, you saw my new weapon, huh? Hold on. Understand this. There was a bridge built by all women. Hold on. Let me get this story. Okay. Now this is, I'm going to tell you what's going on. All right. All right. I want y'all to see what's going on. All right. This bridge built by all women collapsed and killed 6 people. And you got to find this on Euroweb. And funny that you would mention that. Funny that you would mention that, Daniel, because like I said, and this is why it's good to study a lot of stuff and be familiar with a lot of things that's going on. These women was like, we can do it better than a man, faster than a man. And yes, did do it faster than a man. They built this bridge and it collapsed faster than the bridges built by a man. And they're trying to rewrite this story in Google. But the problem is when rewriting this story, many of us seen this story when it first came out and looked into it, got into it, made videos about it. And so going back to rewrite stuff, and this is why, brothers, to all your brothers, this is why we have to get back to making the words that come out of our mouth mean something. All right. They always get in these bad situations and then look to the media to try to fix them into good situations that were just wicked from the from the beginning. All right. And so, brothers, this is why, because they keep changing what's written. The Most High never intended, our brains are so fascinating that we can remember stuff if we use it to remember stuff, right? The Most High do not want us to be relying on their books. We need to start putting stuff in our memory and practicing that. We need to start having our children by women outside of this country, right? And start teaching them and to do things based on their memory. All right. And so I have games that I'm going to play with the children while I'm down there too. So I'm trying to think of a lot of things that I can teach these children in Brazil. Because Lord knows I'm not allowed to teach the so-called Afro children here in America. So, hey, that's how the BW want it. That's going to be on them when judgment comes. All right. Brothers, this is why our word, we need to get in our mind. We got to be about our word. All right. We got to start keeping our word and memorizing things. We got to get back to memorizing things so that when we talk about, there's a lot of stuff I have in my memory, in my spirit, so to speak. We need to get stuff deep down in our spirit. That means our memory. So I got a lot of stuff in my spirit because I'm passionate about it. Like all the numbers I throw up. All right, it's in my spirit. I only go here online and stuff so that I can show you or show people that don't know me. You understand? They don't know me, so they need to see this data for them with their own eyes. I don't have a problem with it because I know how to find it. Zimilu, I disagree. Our forefathers didn't have to write it down. We have to write it down. That's why I said we need to get back to using our memory. Right now, we have to write it down because our memory is bad. It got worse. I'm gonna put it to you this way. Our forefathers used to remember every phone number of every woman that was important to us. We had a little black book, but we didn't depend on that. And we used to remember every phone number of importance of people that were important to us. And now we can't remember a damn number, not even our own number. Why? Because of the cell phone. We wrote it down and the cell phone remembers for us. So we're not using our brains. And even when numbers changed, we used to remember the numbers. Think about that. Now, if you go back further, the people in Africa, only the priests and stuff remember stuff. You see what I'm saying? If we go back to our forefathers before all this writing stuff, see, writing is, look at what the CDC did. They changed the definition of a vaccine. A couple of weeks ago, because the juice was doing so much damage to people and didn't do what it was supposed to do by definition. So they said, we're just going to change the definition. That's why we don't trust anything they write. We do not, right now, this is a lesson for us. We do not trust anything they write, because they can change the definition of what they write at a whim. So we need to get back to where our word is law. And that's how it used to be. Where our word is law. All right. And that's what we need. That's where we need to go. Where our word is law. Why is it true? Because we said it. All right. And so we got to get back to the state where our memory is sharp, where our word is our bond, and where we could be around each other and there's enough respect that people will honestly have enough integrity not to mess over somebody's word. All right. So with that said, y'all, I'm about to end this. Remember, my Cash App and PayPal me is in the description box. But remember, you take care of yourself and family first. If you hit the lottery or come into an abundance, hey, remember me. Could use your help a little more. The other thing is, too, I have some documents for you, because mostly all y'all here, I believe, are Hebrews. And so I have a document that you could give your job if they try to force you to put that stuff in your arm, because we as Israelites do not put somebody else's RNA, whether it is synthetic or whatever. We do not put that in our body. When they made it an RNA thing, we do not put that in our body. Period. So if you need that paperwork, all right, if you need that paperwork, just hit me up in my email. Hold on, where's my email? Where's my email? There it is. Knew it was coming. Hit me up at this email and request the religious document, and I'll send it to you. Hold on, let me save it real quick. All right, we're going to save this to desktop. All right, so there it is. All right, I saved it. All right, I saved it. All right. So if y'all need that, I have it for you. Just email me. So with that said, brothers, I'm out. Thanks for stopping by.